We are back with some ATS today. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. Yeah. Hey dudes, welcome to stream. We're gonna do some runs. Today is the last day before school starts, so I want to, kind of have a chill time, but I mean, we are playing ATS DBD and Stardew today, so it's all over the place. But it's fine. ATS has been loading very slow today. Just a heads up. I don't know why. But when I was loading the game, it took a really long time, too. Maybe when some other people pop in, or even here in a little bit, I'll quickly show you my current school stuff breakdown. I want to do, like, a what's in my backpack. I can give you a little preview, but a lot of stuff, unfortunately, isn't coming until tomorrow. But I would not mind giving you a little preview of what I had. I think the game had enough of you breaking the truck. That's why, honestly, you're probably right. Speaking of having broken my truck, I need to find a repair place. There's not really anywhere close. This is the closest one, I guess. And it's still a 2-hour trip. Jeez. Okay, it's fine. We gotta get there, okay? Also, hydrate. Sorry, I literally saw that and didn't do it. Also, my sister texted me. It's simple, be a pro driver. What do you mean? I am a pro driver. Just because I'm a little chaotic. Pro driver equals no crash. Listen, a little bit of chaos is not a bad thing. Woman can't drive, duh. Hannah, bad. I can drive. What the? I can drive, it's just, like in real life? Facts above, no! I can drive, but if, the only reason I don't drive in real life if I'm with Doug, usually, is because he either has to be asleep or he gets car sick if he's not driving. So he has to drive, unless he's really tired, in which case I drive. But, he's one of those people where he can't just stay awake in the passenger seat. If he does, he gets nauseous. I get that way, too. Like, I can't look at my phone for longer than, like, a minute. While I'm in the passenger seat of the car, because I will feel nauseous. How's your car doing? I haven't driven in a while. Which means that I'm pretty sure it's fine, because, I haven't had to, like, not rush through. Bruh, it was yellow. It hasn't had to drive as much, and I know it won't die because, because we just got a new battery, so it's fine without it running for a while. You said you can drive, then 1 second later, and then you go on the sidewalk, the car is probably dead at this point? No. I don't drive it a lot, because anywhere that we usually go, we take Doug's car, because he drives, and But my car will be used, obviously, every day when I go to school. But again, that's a short drive. So it's like within... Bro, these guys really just hit each other? What the hell is the AI in this game? No, my car, as far as I know, is doing fine. I still really need to get in alignment. I should probably find time to do that because me driving it every day will be good for it to, you know, keep everything greased and hopefully running as best as it can. But the alignment, I don't want it to, like, puke when I'm just going to school. Not even a mile away. Like... I don't want to have to call up Doug, like, on my way home from class, which is, again, a mile away, and be like, hey, my car is dead. I need you to come pick me up. And then try to get a tow truck in the city. Even the tow trucks in Doug's hometown, he lives in a pretty large-ish hometown, but it's not huge. The towing company are, like, 2 or 3 hours behind. Not kidding. Like, if you need your car towed, it's gonna be 2 or 3 hours. And I don't want to leave my car... In the city, it's gonna be even worse. So, if I can just bring it into a shop and get an alignment, then it'll be fine. And hopefully an alignment will fix all my problems. But I'm not sure. Some of them I'm not sure if an alignment will fix it or not. So it's kind of why I need to do it, you know. I need to get the alignment to see if it's still going to have the issues. Because if it still does have the issues, then I need to see what the next steps are, because when winter comes along, I want it to be in the best condition because, you know, ice. I don't want to be driving on a broken car. Or driving with a broken car on ice. Fingers crossed it'll be fixed. I hope so. I still need to do it, though. That's the problem, is that, like, if I ever needed an alignment while I was home, there's, like, smaller family-run shops that we trust that we can go get it done, and they won't, like, hark you for money or anything. But again, I live 2.5 hours away from the city. Like, my hometown's 2.5 hours away from here, so I can't just drive my car up there. Like, if I did drive my car up there, Doug and I would have to drive separately for it to get work done in the shop. And then, depending on how long it'll be there for... depending on how long it'll be there for, we'll probably have to come home. I'll have to figure something else out to get to class. And then we'll have to go back and get it. Again, 2 cars. Or both of us in Doug's car going down. And then, and then we drive back separate, which is just like... I know that there's shops around here. Like, I'll have to ask Douglas's parents a place that they suggest. That's good. But I don't know if they'll, like... We always look for the cheapest option because that's, like, kind of how my family is. Cheapest and safest, of course. But, like, we try not to go to dealerships because I know that they probably do a lot more money. But I know that, like, Doug's parents will go use AAA, the AAA center or whatever, for any work that they need done on their car. They tried to charge us almost $1,000 for a new control module and spark plugs when my car needed fixed last time. And you know, spark plugs are only like $7 a piece, and the control module was $100, which I bought separately. And we just did it ourselves. They tried to charge us $1,000 for that work, and I'm just like, what? So if I don't have to go there, I don't want to. I know some Walmarts do alignments. Car dealerships are whack. No, seriously. And we don't have AAA for insurance either, so it's not like we go there and use our insurance, and our insurance will pay for, like, the deductible or whatever for your car to get whatever it needs to be fixed. Like, we don't have AAA. The stuff that we have is... Bro, what? The stuff that we have is... I think... Geico? I think that's what we use. But again, they don't have, like, shops. Geico's not a shop. They're just, like, an insurance company. They don't have shops like AAA. They don't have... Like, AAA goes out and actually can do car repairs. So they actually have workshops and stuff. And my dad is like, oh, I'll pay for it. Like, don't worry about it. Like, I'll pay for whatever the car needs. I don't want you to have trouble. And obviously, I want you to be safe. And I'm like, well, yeah, but the reason the car is so misaligned right now is because I hit a curb because I slipped on black ice. Like, that was my fault. I know black ice is, like, not technically my fault. But, like, I was the one that was driving when I hit the curb. Also... Bruh, my game's frozen. Okay. I had to hit the curb or I was gonna hit another car. So, black ice is so scary, yeah. They tell you when you're on black ice, you're not supposed to, like, turn the wheel. Like, you're supposed to just let it go. But if I didn't turn the wheel as hard as I could to the right, I was gonna hit another car. So, I would rather hit the curb really hard than hit another car. You know? And, like, it was very close. I did not... Like, if I didn't try to turn when I did, it was over. Black ice is very scary. Ooh, that is a long, long trip. But it's 121,000. I was literally hit a patch of black ice and almost drove into a huge tree. Yeah. I'm glad it wasn't, like, in a neighborhood area. It was going around our... I'm gonna take this job. It was going around our, stadium. And it was on one of the turns. It was weird because no other spot had any black ice on it. Like, it was just the turn that had the black ice. So I wasn't even thinking that there could be black ice because I could literally, like, see everything. There was no issues. I hadn't had a problem coming in. Like, this is when I was leaving class. So when I was going to class, like, I didn't have that problem. So I didn't even think anything of it. I wasn't speeding or anything. Again, it was a turn. So I couldn't have been going more than 25 or 30 because it was a relatively sharp turn. So I'm assuming I was even going maybe 20. And, like, but it could have ended up so bad. Not terrible, not, like, total car. Well, for me, it probably would have been a total of my car because it wouldn't be worth fixing at that point. But, like... It was on a turn, and since my car was turning, it, like, continued to slide. And there was another car coming the other way as I was turning, so I was, like, already going into their lane. So I literally had to take my wheel and turn it as hard as I could to the right. And I smashed into the curb very hard. It bonked my car. That's when the alignment got messed up. There's actually a YouTube video where I talk about this. I was helping... one of my friends with an Excel class. So I'd get in Discord and help him out. Try to figure some things out because I was super familiar with Excel because I used it for work. And I got it in there, and this is the day that it happened. And I literally did like a little paint video, and I like drew arrows of everything and how it happened. I'll have to link it. But it was terrifying. I was shaking so bad because I hit the curb so hard. Like, it completely shook the vehicle. Like, obviously my alignment was completely messed up. It used to be like a little bit this way, but now it's like over this way, and I still haven't gotten it fixed yet. Because again, I don't know where to go. So, my dad was like, you know, I've had that car since I bought it new in 2006, and it's made it through like 5 different kids, and I'm apparently the first one that it's needed an alignment ever. Which is funny that it's never needed an alignment for, and I was like, well, it's not because I just hit somebody else's car. Like, it was a patch of black ice, and it was a curb, thankfully. And it's funny because it didn't hit, like, none of the... Well, the chassis might be messed up. I don't know. I haven't. Again, they'll have to, like, look underneath and look at the alignment to see if anything else is messed up. But, like, no dents. The curb didn't touch. I hit my wheel into the curb, but the wheel was fine. No bends in the thing. The cap didn't fall off. Like, none of that happened. It literally looked like that car was never hit anything. But when you drive it, you can feel that something's messed up. I love that ATS time automatically becomes real talk. It's because I don't have to focus super hard on ATS. Like, ATS is so easy to talk while I'm driving. That also adds to the chaos because sometimes I do need to pay attention and I don't. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Ooh, I love driving on the big tall woods. And also, I'm gonna drive way over here because I think I'll need a little bit more space to turn. But it was scary because I had to drive the rest of the way home after that. I was like ready to call Douglas, be like, hey, my car, I can't drive my car, but it still worked fine. Like, everything about it was still fine. Again, it was just driving through, like, next to the university, so it's all living. It's all residential. So it was all, it was maximum 25 miles an hour, and I was like, it's okay. Your car's okay. It's not totaled, but you need to get home. So you can tell Douglas, you're very close. I would not drive after that. That would terrify me. I was shaking. Like, I had tears in my eyes the whole time I was going home. Because I was terrified. I was like, please don't let something be wrong with this car. I can't afford a car right now. My dad said if there's something else wrong with this car, it's not going to be worth it to fix it. So I'm like, but this car needs to last me. Okay, we're fine. Fortunately, he's fine. Like, there's no diagnostic systems wrong. Like, nothing along that is an issue. Like I said, we just got a new battery because we had to jump my car every time I got in it after even not using it for a few days because the battery would die. So I got a new battery. But, like, whew, that was a terrifying day. Again, I'll link the video. I have had near crashes a couple times already. I don't even have your own car yet, and it already happened like 2 times. Yeah, it's scary. The worst part about it is that, like, cars do be dangerous. They are. And I mean, if you think about it, like, I always tell people when they leave, like, oh, drive safe. And they're like, I always drive safe. And I'm like, I know. It's not you that I'm worried about driving. It's other people that don't know what they're doing because they're the ones that cause accidents. You could be the most perfect driver in the world and you could still be in an absolutely awful car accident because somebody else wasn't a good driver. It sucks. That's why I always try to just be like super hyper aware of everything that's going on around me when I drive, because I don't want because if I could pay attention to somebody else driving a little crazy, then maybe it could save me, you know? Like, if I'm paying attention to a car that's driving crazy behind me, then I'll pay attention to when they're going around me. And make sure that they're not gonna swerve into my lane, or I know at that point that I need to drive a little bit faster so I can not be near them. While driving safe, of course. Especially semis. I'm also super aware of how other people drive. No, 100%. If I'm driving by, I always pay attention to semis when I'm driving because they are big rigs. They're a little hard to control sometimes, and I get that. But like, I will always, maybe the semi, I'm only going 1 or 2 miles faster miles per hour faster than the semi. So pretty much nothing faster than the semi. But as I'm gaining on them, I will go like, I'll go like 5 miles per hour faster than them. Even, I know you're not supposed to speed, but 5 to 10 miles per hour faster than them just so I can pass them. Because, like, I know that they probably get anxious driving next to cars on highways too. Like 2-lane highways, or even 4-lane highways with a median. Like, I don't want to make them uncomfortable. That would just make the situation more dangerous. So if I can just get past them, then we can both go on our way and then not have to worry about it. I know semis drive all the time, but like, again, they're carrying thousands and thousands of pounds of a load, and if they have to swerve back because maybe they're going a little bit too far over the white line or something like that, then like, I don't know, I just want to get past them, so if they do have to swerve out of the way, that it won't be into me. They don't have to deal with hitting me. Like, listen, it's not easy to be a real truck driver. I'm not a real truck driver, but like, I know that it's not easy. And I would be terrified driving a semi. It doesn't matter how long I drove it for. I'd be terrified every time I was next to a car. Like, if they're in front of me, it's fine. If they're behind me, it's fine. But when they're right next to me, I've seen so many semi-drivers just aren't paying attention. It's scary. Yeah. Well, they drive for a really long time, too, so they, like, just go on autopilot. I mean, I do that in my car, but, and I understand doing it in a semi. They drive, like, 8 to 10 hours at a time. Like, I would absolutely go on autopilot, too, but that's the thing. Being on autopilot in a big rig is gonna be terrifying. And then there's other stupid people on the road that cause semis to do that. I think I was with my mom when we went to the casino a couple weekends ago. There was a semi that had his blinker on. It was an exit and an entrance, so like people were coming onto the highway and the exit was going off the highway. This car was like kind of behind the highway. They were coming in. They were coming into the highway, but they were getting off the next exit, so they stayed there. This semi had their blinker on for so long to get, because he needed the exit, and that car would not get out of his way. It was right behind him, like almost in line with his back bumper, so he obviously couldn't have gotten over. But this car didn't care. Like, they had to have seen his blinker, or just weren't being aware of the freaking semi. And the semi's like, I need this exit. Like, I don't know what to do. And so he had to, like, push the car. over because it was a 1-lane exit. And I was like, how is this car not aware? They like drove over into the berm because if a semi misses their exit, that could cost them thousands of dollars for somebody else being incompetent. And like, I would hate for that to happen. But the car just not being aware made that situation so dangerous. Like, you should always be aware of semis and what they're doing. Semis will usually always use their blinkers because they know how dangerous it can be. That's so frustrating. I know. My mom and I had a long talk. We were like, that could have been awful. That drive or that situation could have been absolutely awful. But the car was just sitting next to him while he's had his blinker on the entire time. And I'm just like, bruh, you need to let him in. Slow down or speed up. Get out of his way. He's a semi. He's carrying a load. He needs this exit. He obviously has his blinker on. He's had it on. Like, I don't... And he almost rammed into you because you were being bad. Like, pay attention. It is not that difficult. It could have been an awful situation, but fortunately the car decided to pay attention and go off into the thing and then speed off ahead of him. But I'm like, that person's probably in their car right now thinking, I can't believe a semi just did that. It was literally your fault. You were not paying attention. And that's one of those exits where one goes north and one goes south. So, like, if you go on the wrong exit, there's not going to be another exit for another 5 miles. And then you have to turn around, and then you have to try to get back on track. Like, that would be a 20-minute detour. And if he's already running late not running late, but perfectly on time for his delivery, 20 minutes could screw up everything. He could get in huge trouble for having a late delivery. And again, lose thousands and thousands of dollars. Like, it is not that hard to pay attention to what is going on around you. My great uncle was a truck driver when I was little, and his stories used to be so wild. Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't think I'd ever want to be a truck driver in real life because people, like cars, if there's ever an accident involving a semi, it's somehow always the semi's fault. Even if it wasn't. Like those car accidents where a semi rear ends a car. They're like, oh, the semi didn't leave enough stopping distance. And it's like, the car cut the semi off. What do you want them to do? They can't stop on a pin. Like, they can only stop so fast. If you cut them off, if they're a safe distance away from the car that they're behind and you cut them off and they run into you, that is 100% the car's fault. 100%. That is not an argument. But the people in the car and the people, like, if there's ever a video of it, the people in the comments are like, well, the truck should have left a safe stopping distance. There's a reason it's called being cut off. Because they just get right in front of you, and then they can't get past you. Or you can't get past them. It would be dangerous for you to try to swerve out of the way. Like, if it wasn't called being cut off... Bruh, I did not just tap that car back there. Cringe. Like, there's a reason it's being called cut off and not just, oh, I got in front of them. No, there's a reason it's called being... You cut them off. Bro, what are you doing? You literally just switched lanes in front of me. That was so cringe. You cut me off. Get out of my way. This happened with a family friend, or that happened with a family friend. Shrunk and ran under semi, but some people in the family blame the semi driver. Yeah. There was an accident, I think a year and a half ago, 2 years ago here. There was a semi sitting at a red light, and I think it was I think they might have been a drunk driver, but they rammed into the back of the semi. I think it was a fatal accident, so it killed them, but it was like people were blaming the semi, and I was like, he ran into the back of the semi while the semi was stopped at a light. Like, what do you want him to do? Like, Just because it's a semi does not mean it was their fault. It's just like that awareness that bothers me. Like, people just aren't aware of anything that goes on. People are like, oh yeah, it's my world, you're just living in it. And that's true. But when it's a situation involving other people, you're just living in their world. So, like, it's a two-way street. It just boggles my mind. I don't understand how some people can be so unaware. Like, people in my house. Or people that are driving. Like, people are just so unaware of things that are going on around you. Like, I was raised to constantly be aware of everything. You know, even on accident. I ended up being one of those kids that would, like, see a train go over the tracks in my hometown. And for some reason, I would know how many engines and what colors they each were. Like, that's just the awareness that I had. I'd be like, I'd see a train, and then, like, 5 minutes after the train passed, I was like, huh. I counted 3 engines. One of them was yellow and blue. One of them, or the other 2 were black and white. But, like, I'd pick up on that. Because it was just something that I watched and then my brain stored. Like, it is not that hard to be aware of things. I noticed when the construction people showed up next door. I noticed when one of my housemates didn't have any shoes on our rack anymore. And I was like, oh, where are all of their shoes? They're back now, but they weren't there. I was aware of that. Even some things that we've talked about in our house, like one of our housemates has yellow shoes, bright yellow shoes. And we literally talked about it with us and our other housemate. It was Doug, me, they were Jonathan's shoes. It was Doug, me, and Joey. And we were like, bro, those yellow shoes are kind of sick. So, like, we literally had a conversation about it. And then the maintenance guy comes because we needed maintenance done. And they're like, oh, whose yellow shoes are these? Like, what brand are they? They look sick. And I was like, oh, they're our housemates. So I sent a text in the group chat, and I was like, hey, John, you're the maintenance guy. Really likes your yellow shoes. And Joey was like, John has yellow shoes? And I was like, Joey, we literally talked about this, like, 2 weeks ago. I get forgetting, but, like, were you not aware? Joey and John are back neighbors that aren't a part of our property company, but, like, it's our parking lot in another house. They had a massive tree in their backyard. Massive. Like, huge. Like, over our house. Like, height-wise. Over their house, over our house, everything. It was struck by lightning. So part of it fell and landed on their trampoline, which was really sad because they have kids. Luckily, it didn't land on their cars next door or anything. But it was struck by lightning, and then they tore it down. And literally, Joey and John were like, there was a tree there? I'm like, we literally have lived here for 4 months. There's been a massive tree in the back, and you didn't notice that it was gone? It's not like, oh, it was a little tree, it got cut down. Like, no, it was freaking taller than our house. Men are so oblivious. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's true. I just don't understand how they didn't notice that. They're like, oh, there used to be a tree back there? And I was like, yes. Like, how do you not know that? And that sucks because, like, in the house, whatever. But that also makes me worried because that makes me think how oblivious they are to other things going on around them. You know? Like, when they drive. Like, how oblivious are they when they drive? What about when they do anything else, you know? Well, not always. Men are not always oblivious. I mean, I agree. A lot of people are, or a lot of guys are probably more aware, but, like, most of the guys I know are pretty oblivious. There's a few people I'd say my dad and my brother are very aware. Again, that's my family, though. We were kind of raised to always be paying attention. Doug's pretty aware. He definitely has his moments. Our friend Josh, I feel like is pretty aware, but like friends Taylor and Ben, oblivious sometimes, and obviously Joey and John are pretty oblivious to anything that's not in their world. Justin, yeah, probably. Like, again, having that mindset that it's my world and you're just living in it, like that's a good mindset, you know? That means that when I think of it's my world, you're just living in it, that doesn't mean that, you know, you can decide things for them. Like, you can fully decide things for yourself without the leeway of others. Like, it is your world. You're just in it. I can do whatever I want. But that also means that you can't tell somebody else what to do, because to them, it's their world and you're just living in it. So, like, again, it's a two-way street. You can't just think about it one way, because everything is different, you know? This is a long run. How long have we been driving this run for? Has it been like 20 minutes? We've only gotten, what, 8 hours of this trip done, and we have another 20 minutes left. I don't know if we're gonna get this run done in a good time. I don't mind going to like 110. I don't mind that, but like if it's gonna be later than 110, I don't know if we'll be able to finish it. So I'm like trying to crank through this run. We still have 16 hours and 45 minutes left of time on this run. But I think we started with 22 or 24 hours, so I don't think it's bad, but I do want us to keep going. Some random dude added me on Snap last night, and he's from Michigan. Like, why is this my life lately? If anybody ever adds me on Snap, I decline. I like not block them, but I don't accept their friend whatever to add me, because I'm like, if I didn't give you my Snap, I don't want you to have my Snap. That dude from Florida keeps texting me too. Oh boy. Like, sometimes I'll get random ads that are like, added you from contacts, or added you from name or Snap link or something, and I'm like, no. Like, if I don't directly give it to you and you don't add me at that moment, because I have my location on for Snap Maps. Like, that's just a safety thing. I don't want random people to add me, and I could turn it off, but like, I don't know. I think it's funny. I like seeing my little character and having my Bitmoji do things. But like, again, it's a safety thing. I was even worried about putting out my schedule from being at school, you know? And, 'cause I was like, oh, but people are gonna know when I'm on my campus. But I'm like, I'm not even gonna be on campus for most of that time. I just blocked it out to say that I won't be able to stream. Hey, Mad King, what's up? Alright, this is when things start getting risky. Woo! Okay, Allie, you gotta pay attention. No texting and driving, especially going 92 miles per hour in a semi. I have terrific news. Yeet! What terrific news do you have? Share with the class, please. My son is almost here in the world. Oh, that's exciting. Congrats. She's giving birth right now. Bruh, then pay attention. Pay attention to her. Why are you watching my stream right now? It's important. I'm not with her? Okay, okay. I guess it's okay then. You can at least share this moment with all of us, okay? But it's a boy. Do you know what the name's gonna be yet? Have you guys picked a name or anything yet? Fudge! I bonked another car. Listen, this is a big semi, okay? Yes, watch stream in that situation. Hey, I mean, if it helps you calm the nerves to, like, get your mind off of the fact that it's actively happening, especially if you aren't there, like... Cadence, James, Paul, and then my last name? Oh. Nice. Do you have any nicknames picked out, too? Like, is it gonna be, K, or do you think they're gonna go mostly by Cadence? I'm gonna call him K, but she doesn't like it. I gotcha. Well, maybe you could think of something else. Like another nickname to use. Maybe Cade. Maybe we could call him Cade. I don't know. I'm just spitting out ideas. I would say dense, but that doesn't sound nice. You could call him Caden, I guess. Not me getting email from HelloFresh offering me a $165 deal after I just quit my job. They offered you a deal? A deal about what? Hannah, now it's your time to share with the class. Hi, Nate Fox. What's up? Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to stream. Oh. Again, don't drive like this in real life, okay? Ooh. Well, chat, I just cleaned my desk the other day, or yesterday. It's so nice. It's just a code. I can send it to you if you need a new code. Ooh, maybe. Oh, is that like a gift thing? Like you got free boxes or whatever? So they like... Yeah, go ahead, send it to me. I might be able to use it. How are you? I am good. I'm doing good. We just chit-chatting, you know, driving. Doing our best English, you know, life. I'm sorry. I had coffee today, so I am a little bit more awake. I've also been awake since 8:30. It's the earliest I've woken up in a while. 8:30. That's because that's what time I'm gonna need to wake up for school starting tomorrow, so I wanted to kind of get the week started fresh, you know? I'm shaking over here. It's okay. Don't be nervous. Everything's gonna be fine. It'll be okay. You will get to meet your baby boy soon, okay? Just breathe. Breathe. It says come back, come back, come back. Bestie, what the hell? Hello Fresh is sauce. That's not bad. I was not asleep the whole night. Yeah. I still went to bed. We probably went to bed at 1 and I woke up at 8:20. 8:30ish. That's not bad at all. I just need to get used to waking up that early because, you know, not streaming until noon, I wouldn't need to be up earlier. Like, Douglas would get up earlier because he wants to wake up a little earlier. Like, he'd probably wake up around 8 or so. Not 8. 9? 9 or so, roughly? And then he'd get out of bed around 10, and I'd actually wake up around 10:30 just because I didn't have anything to do, you know? Hi, Clips Libra. Welcome to stream. Went to bed at 4:30, which is not Pog. No, that's bad. Yeah, I think we're trying to go to bed at midnight still. But it's kind of been like 12:30 or 1 because Douglas wants to finish up his, like, working on stuff for the Minecraft server. Thanks, how are things? Things are good. We're driving. We're talking. We're thriving. I was being a gamer and playing Knockout City. What's Knockout City? I've been playing games on my phone lately, but I have an emulator on my computer, and there's a game that I found. It's more of like an idle game, I guess, but I can play it while I'm watching Chicago Med. Oh, you just throw balls at people? I gotcha. So if I can, it's kind of like a tycoon in Roblox. I don't have to, I don't really have to pay attention to it except for every once in a while. So if I ever find a game like that on my phone, I don't want to kill my phone battery. So what I do is I open it and download it on the emulator. And then I just restart it with the emulator. Because if I like it and I want to play it on my computer, I'll literally stop playing it at the very beginning because I'm like, oh, I didn't lose much of any progress. What is time right now for me? Right now it is 12:53 p.m. So almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I love Roblox Tycoons. I love Roblox Tycoons too. My problem is that all of the ones that are like, oh, suggested for me, I loaded in and I've already done it. And I'm like, East Coast? Yes. East Coast. Eastern time. That's me. Bro, we're supposed to... Same, I'm in New York. Cool. I'm in Ohio. Every time I see you doing a new one, I always start it because I finished most of mine. Yeah, exactly. The amount of tycoons that I've done in my, 10 years of having Roblox, there's not many that I haven't done. I've also been doing Lawn Mowing Simulator lately. I saw that. I think I did, shoot! I was doing so well! My game's frozen. I was literally doing so well. No! How did that even happen? I, like, clipped him. I'm stuck. And I can't see. Help! I've downloaded Lawnmower Sim on my PS5. Haven't played it yet. Yeah, she's doing the Lawnmower Sim on Roblox, I think. I want to get Lawnmower Sim on my PS4. Me too. Lawnmower Sim and Power Wash Sim I want to get really bad. Guys, how am I going to get out of this mess? Oh, Eclipse Leaver, thanks for the follow. Listen, when my stream title says chaotic driving, I fully meant chaotic driving. Listen, we've done so well. We've been playing this for almost an hour. We've been doing so well, okay? Y'all can't even be mad. Not the fact that I can't get out of this. Is my load okay? Where do you buy your driver's license? Listen, this is no consolation of how I drive in real life, I swear. Oh, I should unlock differentials. Oh, shoot! My cargo's only 2% damage. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Almost here. Yes, keep us updated. Doug's oh god. Ah! Allie, pay attention! No texting and driving! Oh. I'll allow this. Oh god. Oh god, it's okay, I play this game now and then when I need a chill game to play. I be speeding like a mofo and sometimes I knock a car or two out of the way, but they stupid at driving too. Yes, the AI in this are cringe. Get it? Equals I am none smart. You must be very smart. I need to buy a driver's license. Y'all are crazy. Bro, my housemate just messaged Doug and I are like, did you guys get your parking passes for this year? And I was like, I have to go pick mine up, but Doug's waiting on his updated registration. And then he's like, oh, well, you have till the 26th to go pick him up. And I'm like, I know. He's like, okay, just wanted you to know just in case. Thank you for double checking. But also, like, leave me alone. Is that bad? It's very fun not crashing into people. And in real life, yes. You missed the whole conversation. Or you were probably here. Everybody else missed the whole conversation about how instead of crashing into a car in real life, I hit a curb because I slipped on black ice. And I was terrified, and I didn't even hit somebody. This game, though... Ow, my chest. Crashing into people is very fun. If it's not real life, yes. By the way, why do you drive in first or third person? Because... lagging. Because this makes me more nervous, because I can't actually see my load. Like, it makes me more nervous to drive that way, and I like to be able to, like, see my whole load, you know, when it's not night, of course. So I can actually see if I'm in the lines and stuff. It's way better crashing in. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of people ask me that because I know a lot of people that play ATS, they drive in first person, but I don't have a rig either. Like, I'm just using my keyboard. Maybe if I had a rig, it would be easier to drive on the inside, but I think it's like a little... My mind just kind of disconnects when I'm in the front because I don't know if my in-game depth perception is weird, but yeah. I feel like I can never properly line up to things when I'm in the cab. I want to play bumper cars with other cars. Listen, that's why you go to an amusement park that has adult bumper cars, and then you can do it all you want. I couldn't play this game with a keyboard. I use controller, and now I use a wheel. I would like to get a rig, but I definitely don't have space where I live right now. Not a super insane rig, like even just a wheel and maybe some pedals. Like, I know that wouldn't be expensive and it probably wouldn't take up a ton of space. But when I say I don't have space, I mean it. Like, I have, like, no extra space for stuff where I currently live. Because we don't have a lot of space. I don't have a rig. I'm too broke for that. No, exactly. Yeah, maybe not an entire rig. I don't know why my game's lagging so much right now. Or I just play bumper cars with Justin's car if he gets bronze rims. That's true. That's true. You could. You could. Yeah, rigs are super expensive, but even just a wheel and pedals, I'm just like, I need space for that. My game is frozen again. Why is this happening? Also, we still have 10 hours of this run left. And it's 1 o'clock. We're supposed to switch games. Cringe! Why did you wait so long? Got a $100 wheel off Amazon that works with PC and PlayStation. Oh, double whammy. Oh, they're gonna yell at me. Because my vehicle's not in perfectly technical state. $500! It freezes stream too? Really? Bruh. I'm sorry. I know it freezes the game, but sometimes, like, my audio will still go through, or my face cam will be fine. ATS does not like me today. Okay, I think we're gonna go to this. Wow, that's a mess. Let's go to this truck stop. And then I guess, as long as I think my game doesn't update, I can pick this run up. Or I'll even maybe finish it off camera, because it is a lot of money. But because they were supposed to, audio is fine, it's just Facecam having the issue, I think. Yeah, it must just freeze my whole OBS, because usually when my encoding's overloaded, that's what happens too. My audio is fine. But the rest of my screen freezes. And ATS was it was loading really slow today, so, maybe it's just, you know, having issues. We won't be able to finish this load because we still have, what is that, another 11 hours, but I will fix my truck. And, hopefully next time we play, it won't crash the run. Do I play Euro Truck Sim 2 too? No, I don't, actually. I would like to get Euro Truck Sim. But it has not been on my list, and I am going into my final year of college, so any money I have right now is going towards rent, because I don't currently have a job. This is my job right now. But school starts tomorrow for my last year, so maybe then in like a year I'll be able to buy more games that I want to play, but until then, I'm sticking with the games I got. Hydrate. Oops. There's your hydrate. We actually got some water to hydrate with today. Stop freezing! Ah! It's freezing so much. I've never had ATS be this bad before. Bro, stop it! It's weird because, like, my kilobits per second and everything are just fine. And obviously my audio's fine. But my computer ain't liking something. And I don't know what it is. Stop freezing. That's another reason. I would say maybe we can just keep doing this run, but like, and just take some time off of DBD or just go a little bit longer today, but like. Ah! But I cannot deal with this lag. I'm hoping DVD doesn't lag like this. It's super frustrating. I wondered what it sounded like. Sheep Scream is your fave. Yes, you love to do that one when I'm focused, and then it scares me. If you knew it was gone, gotta resub. Oh, man. Does that mean that I should just make one that you can use? Sometimes this freezing happens to me in GTA. I don't know why. Yeah, it's never happened for me for ATS before. Which is why I find it extra weird, but... Oh, it's that. Yeah, nothing crazy. It's because I can't use, like, copyrighted sounds, because then my VOD gets flagged on YouTube. So I have to try to use, like, entertaining but chill. We need a cream emote. Pfft. I don't know what that was gonna look like. Okay. But I think it's what, 106? Let me pick up these things I dropped real quick. quick. Just a set of Douglas's contacts that I need to take downstairs, but I haven't gotten a chance to yet. Okay. See, it says I have 32 hours and 37 minutes. That doesn't count game time, right? Like that, or it's only when the game's open. So it should be okay, right? I'll be upset if I just did this whole run for an hour today and then I don't get anything out of it, because it's $121,000 if you see that. Maybe I'll pop, it's only in game. Okay, that's what I thought. It's just like sometimes when my game updates, it will be like, oh, your truck's been reset to a safe location, your delivery was canceled. Like, that's happened to me a few times. Luckily, I haven't been in a delivery when it says that, but like, it still makes me worried sometimes. But that's gonna be it for ATS today. If you're watching the VOD recording, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, catch it live over on twitch.tv/AllyKat3224. Thanks for watching. Bye!